I'm Janice, and I'm about to answer some questions. What inspires me to teach? What inspires me to teach is the opportunity to ensure that my inner city students are given a strong start in early literacy. And for this reason, I became nationally board certified in early and middle childhood literacy, and I also obtained a reading specialist credential. And my favorite part about the field of teaching and child development is that I spend my days watching fine humans grow and learn. I love children, perhaps even more so than adults, and particularly those between the ages of 4 and 8. In terms of UCLA courses, golly, I've probably taken over 187 quarter units at UCLA Extension. And I am familiar with both the California Preschool Learning Framework and the Learning Foundations. When I discovered that I was going to teach transitional kindergarten this year, I did some research and I found them online and downloaded them and looked through them. But they are just such dense and useful materials that I was a bit overwhelmed. So instead, I found the NAEYC developmentally appropriate practices focus on preschool and kindergarten, and those were, for me, were a more accessible, manageable look at best practices in terms of developmentally appropriate practices. And I haven't really looked at the foundations or frameworks since then. So I'm hoping that in this class I get to avail myself of them a bit more. And I'm sorry to say that because of supply and demand and COVID-19 and Amazon Prime, my course text is not going to be here until the 26th. There was a delay. But I understand, whoa, something's going on here. I better fix it. Excuse me. I understand that the first chapter is an historical overview of early childhood education. And I looked at the PowerPoint slides, and whenever you're looking at something that's an historical overview, you always have a portion of it that explores why study history. And that would probably be a part that stood out for me the most, because when you study history, you learn about successes and you learn about mistakes, and we can always learn from our mistakes and capitalize on successes. And I think that you have a richer knowledge if you understand the philosophy and psychology and humanity, and how those blended together to create history. And I think it's really important to have an overview of the history of any subject. So I'm looking forward to getting the book and reading the first chapter. And I guess that's it. I'm happy to be here. Oh, and what I hope to get out of this class is it's my last class to get the Early Childhood Education Certificate that's required by California Commission on Teaching, California Teaching Commission, CTC. And it's ironic though, because for the first time in my life, I'm looping with my class. So all my TK students and I are going to go to kinder together. So it turned out I didn't need the certificate after all, but I'm really glad to have done as much studying in early childhood education as I have, because it's really interesting. Thank you so much. I look forward to interacting with everyone. Bye.